Expressions of a person with ethical culture. 1. Concept of ethical culture. 1.1 Definition of ethical culture. Ethical culture is a combination of two elements, culture and ethics. Culture is the totality of material and spiritual values created by humans throughout history. Ethics is a system of rules and standards that regulate human behavior in relation to oneself, others, and society. A person with ethical culture is someone who acts appropriately, demonstrates a noble character, and has a sense of responsibility towards the community. 1.2 The role of ethical culture in life. A person with ethical culture contributes to building a civilized society where people respect each other, live harmoniously, and foster unity. They not only enhance their personal value, but also contribute to improving the living environment and promoting sustainable social development. 2. Expressions of a person with ethical culture. 2.1 Living honestly and with integrity. A person with ethical culture is always honest in words and actions. They do not deceive, exploit, or take advantage of others for personal gain. Integrity helps them build trust in relationships and maintain personal honor. Example: scientist Albert Einstein once said, "An honest person may not be wealthy, but they will always be at peace." Historical figures like Nguyen Tre and Chu Van and in Vietnam lived righteously, refusing to submit to tyranny, embodying the noble qualities of an ethical person. 2.2 Respecting and loving others. A person with ethical culture always respects others, regardless of their social status. They treat people fairly, without discrimination based on wealth, status, religion, or ethnicity. They are also compassionate and always willing to help those in need. Example: Mother Teresa, who dedicated her life to caring for the poor in India, exemplifies love and respect for humanity. In Vietnam's history, Ho Chi Minh was a shining example of love for the people, always concerned about the lives of workers and the poor. 2.3 Having a sense of responsibility towards oneself and the community. A person with ethical culture does not live only for themselves, but also takes responsibility for their family and society. They work diligently, are accountable in their profession, do not evade obligations, and always strive to contribute to community development. Example: during the COVID-19 pandemic, many doctors and nurses sacrificed themselves, bravely stepping into the epicenter to save patients. This is a beautiful expression of responsibility and compassion. 2.4 Acting civilly and politely. A person with ethical culture speaks gently, behaves courteously, listens attentively, and understands others. They do not use offensive language or act rudely, but always respect differences and exercise self-restraint. Example: in daily communication, saying thank you, sorry, and please reflects civility and helps build good relationships. Skilled diplomats like Phan Thanh John and Nguyen Truong were renowned for their tactful behavior and ability to uphold national honor. 2.5 Living simply and humbly. A person with ethical culture does not boast or show off, but lives humbly and modestly. They do not chase material wealth, but value spiritual and moral qualities, always striving towards truth, goodness, and beauty. Example: President Ho Chi Minh, despite being the leader of the country, lived in a simple, still house, wearing modest brown clothing, demonstrating humility and closeness to the people. 2.6 Appreciating and preserving traditional culture. A person with ethical culture not only embraces progressive values, but also preserves national identity. They respect traditions, maintain their mother tongue, and uphold patriotism. Example: during traditional festivals such as the Lunar New Year and the Hung King's Commemoration Day, Vietnamese people express gratitude to their ancestors and sustain the nation's beautiful cultural values. 3. Demonstrating the role of ethical culture in practice. 3.1 In the family. The family is the first foundation of morality for each person. A family with ethical culture nurtures individuals who are loving, respectful, and responsible. Example: A dutiful child who respects their parents and siblings and shows love for family members exemplifies a strong ethical foundation. 3.2. In schools. Schools play a crucial role in shaping young people's character. A student with ethical culture is diligent in learning, respectful to teachers, and cooperative with peers. Example: students who win international science awards yet remain humble and grateful to their teachers and parents serve as excellent role models. 3.3. In society. A civilized society cannot exist without people with ethical culture. They uphold order, protect the environment, and help those in need. Example: acts such as picking up litter, offering seats on public transport, and assisting the elderly in crossing the street reflect cultural refinement. 4. Conclusion. A person with ethical culture is a shining example contributing to a better society. They do not live solely for themselves, but for the community, demonstrating love, respect, and civilized behavior. Each individual should cultivate and improve their ethical values to contribute to a more humane and sustainably developed world.